welcome to your weekly intuitive read with me, Crystal. Similar to that, pick a card, pick a stone. This week, pick a sunset. The intention behind these reads are to help better align you to that of higher self. By being presently aware of the options, the paths, the opportunities that lay in front of us, are we better equipped to follow that intuition, to put us on the best path possible for our evolution and highest good of not only ourselves, but all involved. So do please take your time. Look over the pictures. Find the picture, the sunset that calls to you. As always, I want to give my gratitude to all that have been following me, supporting me in my journey. If you're new, welcome. Please do share, like, comment. Tell me how these reads are helping you guys in your day-to-day activities in your weeks ahead. I am genuinely interested. As always, I've placed the timestamps below. And without any further ado, let's get to your guys' weekly read. To the group that chose sunset number 1, I've laid your cards and I've gotten into meditation. I think I have a pretty clear idea of what you may be going through. The first underlining energy comes with the 8 of Wands, and it comes in reverse. This can be a clear indication of blocked communication, restriction. But for me, the 8 of Wands is a very spiritual card. When it comes upright, it's a significant indication of the downloads, the information that Spirit's providing, your epiphanies, the enlightenment. However, when it's reversed, there's something that's blocked. And it's cutting off that receptivity, thank you, to what your guides are trying to provide for you. The face of the matter comes with the Oracle card. And it's associated to that of our root chakra. It's card number 2, and it's family. It's the power of feeling belonged, the community, our culture, our tribe. So, whatever you're dealing with is that which you are close to. And family doesn't necessarily mean blood, though it doesn't mean it's not. But it's those that we rely on, that we want to feel safe and secure with, and that we donate our loyalty to. Now, when I first look at this card, I see the feathers. That's the first thing that sticks out to me. And feathers to me is a reminder that our angels are nearby, trying to support us. And for you, trying to deliver messages that you may be having a block right now. The challenge is you gaining the perception. We come out with the hangman. It's about that of spirituality, enlightenment, the discernment, or you're letting pride and ego kind of intervene. It's a conflicting energy. And I do think you're trying to gain that higher perspective. But what's cutting you off from such, with the following card, makes all too much sense to me. It comes with the Page of Swords, but he comes in reverse. The Page of Swords, for me, is a deceitful energy when he's in reverse. He is, I'm hearing scapegoating, and there's manipulating, creating murky waters, trying to convince you to see it their way. And it's confusing you, which makes complete sense to why you're struggling to gain a proper perspective. Whether that be the higher or different, because you've got an influence screaming in your ear. Making you feel a little incompetent. Unworthy. Unable to rely on your own instinct. It's interesting. And then we continue and I go deeper in my meditation. The beautiful thing I love about this deck that I'm using, and they're intimate cards. I don't actually use them for the public, but Spirit insisted for this read. So congratulations. We have the Lady of Cups. The creator of this tarot deck included ladies, and yours comes up with the Lady of Cups for the next card. Now, when I've studied my cards, Lady of Cups to me is the empath. She's a highly sensitive individual. She's full of compassion. Her heart is big. She is very loyal. In a sense, she's kind of the apprentice to the high priestess. She has many, many gifts, but until she cultivates her gifts and understands how to utilize them correctly, she also can fall victimized or become the victim of the one that wears the rose shades, sees everybody in their purity and giving them all the benefit of the doubt. She came out today in reverse. What happens when we learn the contrast, when we've been betrayed, when we are completely left devastated because that which we project, that she projects of her good heart to that of those around, believing in the best, and then gets betrayed, comes with reactive emotion, trying to safeguard and trying to defend and deflect. A lot of bad energy that comes their way, right? And I think that's where you're at right now. It's learning. It feels like right now you are currently in the state of somebody really close to you, I feel, has betrayed you, is still very much in and about your energy, and has got you completely off tilted from the essence, the purity, the compassion, the divinity of who you are, because you've got so much different energy, manipulation coming at you, trying to convince you that you don't know, that you can't trust your internal instincts. That's what's really coming in. And what Spirit would like you to know comes out with the Page of Wands. This isn't the enthusiasm, this is the joy. But for me, I can't help but feel like Spirit's really asking you to come back, to trust your internal guidance, to become receptive to the downloads and your intuition, the things that are trying to guide you so you can get the perspective. You see the Page of Wands. He comes back to the childlike essence. But he's also, I apologize, I got the long guys are outside. But he comes into his childlike essence, right? He's connected with nature, and it's a vat of joy, youth-like expression. And it's funny because as I think about it and I go back to here, we see the aches. You know, I genuinely believe that even though when we're born and we have this amnesia that comes over us, we are still instinctively connected with that of our Creator and Spirit. We have our intuition, our discernment's on cue. It is in alignment. And I think sometimes when I see children, when they play with their imaginary friends, it's probably their spirit guides. And as we grow older, those things are stripped from us. We are ready to grow up and not think childish-like, or to excuse our childlike behavior. And I can't help but feel like Spirit's not only asking you to come back to that essence, to remind you that you can trust in your soul. Like, if there's anything you can trust in this world, that is of your essence, the soul, your intuition. And then it comes out with the clarifying energy. The advice is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Seven of Swords reversed to me is about radical honesty. Seeing everything in the purity of the light that it is. So if you've got ill intention, if people are trying to put the wool over your eyes, trying to deceive you, trying to manipulate you to see it a certain way, Spirits, I can't help but feel like Spirit saying, come back to your roots. Come back to your root essence. To that big heart that you have, because you do have gifts. But connect so you can become receptive, and we can do it, but you need to be honest about it to get there. If there was a message I could give you for this week, and take this as you will, because everybody perceives things differently. I'm going to try my hardest. If you are lost, well, I feel like Spirit's so much trying to support you, trying to give you the guidance. Furthermore, saying it's within you, but it's only been stripped, so you can gain the different perspective. Can you clear yourself from all the ill energy? Can you clear yourself from this energetic influence? Whether that means go out into nature, excuse yourself from all the ruckus, and come to harmony with, the birds, the water, Mother Gaia, that has the balance, to clear your root chakra, to ground. But maybe even more, to come back to that childlike essence by clearing that energy. And I can't help but feel the Spirit's asking, like, amongst the chaos, the confusion, please don't be afraid to reach out. And when I say that, I feel like if you need to vent, if you need to express yourself, there is nothing wrong in prayer. Now, whatever prayer means to you, but just to be able to find solitude, to express your soul, because the Creator is listening. And I think I'm feeling, and this is what I'm getting, they know you need an outlet, a safe outlet to express, and they are welcoming you to come do that, to find the seclusion, to come, and furthermore, to ask you to come to that root and to become receptive and to trust the downloads, to trust the guidance that they are trying to deliver to you, because you are whole, you are complete, you are not broken. Your compassion, your abundant, overloving heart does serve. And with the Seven of Swords in reverse, it's going to require you to become brutally honest in recognizing and understanding even those that we love the most sometimes don't have the best interest for us and can leave us in complete devastation. But when we do gain the higher perspective, we do get a better understanding of the intertwining of these twigs and how each one plays a job in creating our experience, creating our evolution, creating, what is the word, Spirit? Help me out here. We're all intertwined. So even those that act in maybe a selfish demeanor to try to exploit you to their needs, they're also helping you become the best you, maybe into the high priestess that you were meant to be as you evolve from this experience. I have so much love for you. I hope that helps for the week ahead. As always, namaste. Please let me know how this relates with you. So much love, guys. Till next time. To the group that chose sunset number 2, I've laid your cards and I've gone into meditation. And immediately what I pick up on is that of you being stuck between two worlds. Our underlining energy comes with a Hierophant, but he comes in reverse. Now, our Hierophant is good for conventional ways. He is the one that follows rules and within the box. With him coming in reverse, it speculates the unorthodox, the breaking of the dogma, the open-mindedness, the possibilities, and the potential of there being more. I don't know when, I wonder if that is where you're at right now. Is stepping in from what you've been socially adapted to a potential new. The face of the spread comes with the oracle, that of our solar plexus, number 19, gut instinct. 19 breaks down to the 1, the 10, right? The ending and a beginning. The lion is the king of the king of the jungle, right? And why does he have that title? Well, because he innately cultivates the instinct that he was given. He knows when to lead his family to safety. He knows where instinctually the water is. He rules the jungle because his essence calls upon for respect. And it's embraced in the way he embodies the energy. He trusts his instincts. He has the deep sensing, the deep knowing. And it plays out throughout the lion's everyday life. So, I ask, what is wrong with this? I am all about being open-minded, and I love being able to cultivate that internal guidance, letting the essence of who we are to shine. The crossing energy comes with the 5 of Pentacles. The doubt, the question of will you be left in the dark should you follow an intuitive knowing that may be against that of a social norm, or maybe vice versa. Would you actually be brought into the light of the essence of knowing should you choose to follow it? See, perception is huge. It reminds me, as I go deeper into this energy, personal story. So apply it however it may in where you're at. But as I embraced my own gifts, it was scary as shit to admit that I spoke to spirit, because I was considered woohoo or unacceptable, witchy, not a part of our society's acceptance. However, by denying that innate gift, I was actually putting myself more in the dark than embracing the light and the gifts and the intuition, the pull, and my calling by facing the potential of being left out in the dark by expressing my truth. And I can't help but feel like that's kind of maybe where you're at, because we are clarified with the 2 of Rods. There's a bit of excitement, adventure, but it's plagued in the duality of fear and doubt. While I don't know exactly what is new that's being presented to you, I can't help but feel like Spirit's asking you to really come into the essence of the knowing of the leader that you are. And it's clarified when I say that with the King of Rods. What I love about the King of Rods, he follows his passion. He is a born leader. And he doesn't let the outside influences influence his mission. He is by all rights probably our inventors, the ones that brings forth an innate knowing of possibilities. And doesn't need social acceptance to prove it. It's similar to like the idea of cell phones once upon a time, was only that of a figment of imagination until it's done. It's him that would bring that type of thing to light. Because he doesn't listen to the naysayers. He's noble, he's just. He's loyal. That which you are, my friend. However, the fear is very real. Fear can paralyze us and keep us stagnant. And I don't wonder if that is currently an energy that is maintaining a dominance within you. Because what follows and what you should need, what Spirit would like you to know. Hiding the essence, the beautiful divinity that you are, doesn't serve anybody. We come with the Queen of Swords in reverse. To me, when she's in reverse, it's a red flag. That of superficiality. It's anything but authentic. It's the facade we put on to be accepted, to make, for that of social interaction. It's superficial. It carries a negative emotion. It's the scales that are tipped out of our favor. And that we accept that maybe things can never change and negativity rules or outweighs that of positive. It's a sense of defeat and falling into alignment of acceptance of what has been rather than paving and creating anew. As we go deeper into this, what Spirit would like you to know is in following that kind of path serves nobody. In fact, what we suppress will persist. And in it, if you aren't feeling it now, this need to fill a void can become very much more predominant. It's clarified with the King of Pentacles, but he comes in reverse as well. And to me, the King of Pentacles is acting on instinctual impulses for instant gratification. Looking to fill a void outside of us with external vices or false security of looking for, oh, what's this coming to me? Security? And furthermore, though the instant gratification may bring you an instant of the gratification, it's plagued with the contrasting energies of the Ace of Swords in reverse. The strong dualities of that, like love and hate. So what is Spirit really advising? In meditation and going deep, there has been never a better time. If you're feeling an impulse, if you're feeling the tug, if your soul is calling to you in innate ways, a whisper, the nudge. And if you don't know how to trust that, maybe it's a time to start with the simple things. If you feel a calling to go outside, even if it results in nothing. If you're driving and it says, hey, something within you whispers, take a left at the light, and it's not in your direction, but you choose to follow it, you might be surprised. It may lead you or help you avoid detours and get you to your destination faster. Above all else, there's a reason that the Hierophant has come in reverse. There's something for you to explore. And there's nobody else better than you to do it. Because when you harness the gifts, the demeanor, the divinity, the leadership that you bring, there's surely something that can bring you out of the dark. Don't let fear plague you, but rather choose adventure and excitement. Try to surrender, ease into the unknown that's calling you to help avoid the instant need for instant gratification and the persistent energies that you suppress so that you can work through it. Meditate. Clear your mind. And learn to trust the higher self that's speaking to you. Somehow it already knows. If this resonates, please let me know below. I hope this helps. And as always, have the best of luck this week. Namaste. To the group that chose sunset number 3, I've laid your cards and I've gone into meditation. Bear with me, because this energy is fast moving. And what's going to be mostly emphasized is the advice going forward. But our underlining energy comes with the 5 of Swords in reverse. To me, this is a clear indication that at some point, this was probably upright, leading to a lot of energy into situations that there was no equal competitiveness. It was no win-win. Somebody always had to win. Somebody had to always lose. It strained you and left you exhausted. Now I feel like you're at this place where all you crave is peace. To be done and to no longer have to expel your energy into that which doesn't serve you or anybody else, that doesn't get anybody anywhere. That is the underlying energy for this week. The face of the spread comes with the Oracle card of Faith, associated with that of our crown, number 48. It's a clear indicator that recognizing where you want to be and to find that peace is reliant on finding it within self. To lean into support that we can't necessarily see, but we can feel. Believing in the intangible guidance of the unknown by taking the first step to that which we wish for. Now I gotta jump ahead, and that of what you wish for is clarified with the 9 of Cups. Fear is scary, and the challenge that crosses you is the King of Wands. It's a challenge. The thing with the King of Wands is that he's passionate and he's a leader. And the reason that he can lead so easily is because he has faith in that internal guidance of that of his intuition. And he can have faith, he has faith in that intuition because he trusts it. He trusts himself. And this would be the influence that I think Spirit would like you to lean into. Because as a challenging factor, he can come in reverse. And the first thing that blares out to me with the King of Wands, when he's in reverse, he can become quite rigid with how everything plays out. An expectation, holding expectations attached to some kind of outcome, therefore restricting possibilities that may be making his way to him. So now we go to what this is all about, because at the end of the day, I genuinely feel like you just want that peace and all that you wish to manifest. You're ready for your heart's manifestation to come to light. And you recognize that sometimes we need support of that of our guidance, our spiritual team. Hence the card of faith. That's not a hard matter. Just saw 333 on my camera. Spiritual number. Now, this is where the energy becomes very fluent and we ride right through. If you have not experienced this, you may be experiencing this in the coming week. It's going to challenge your faith, and it may challenge the idea of what you have as wish fulfillment. I can't help but feel as we go into meditate, as I meditate and I follow these cards, there may be triggers coming up for you. What Spirit would like you to know, like right now, what is wrong about all of this is that when we are triggered, we act recklessly. We have the Knight of Swords. He's our fastest moving knight. But the thing is that he doesn't respond, nor does he even really react. He acts on impulse, on the whim of the moment, charging. No plan, no destination, just going. The conflicting energy about that is when the King of Wands moves, he may not necessarily have a plan, but he at least is following the internal guidance of his instinctive nature. The Knight of Swords, he isn't playing any energy in his favor. He's just charging wherever that horse is going to take him. And what happens when we're triggered and we don't respond, we can bring up all the old energies that this did when it was upright, which could be the traumas, the anxiety, the fears, the shit that keeps you up at night, the old demons that may revisit. And in the process, you might find yourself feeling quite a bit isolated, which is the Hermit in reverse, reverting back from it all. Acting on an impulse. Calling upon old energy that no longer serves you and having it attack, making it feel like it feels almost like the energy is attacking you rather than being dealt with and I want to say organized. I don't know why that's the word, but it's not being filtered. Strong cautionary. If a trigger affects you, we need to become present. Because not only could you be living the demons or letting the demons back in, revisiting that old past, feeling isolated, it could ultimately leave you with the Seven of Wands in reverse, which is energy that is clarified. It's like the energy is intrusive. It leaves you in that anxiety, that helpless state. It almost has the energetic field of like the devil in the unconscious, because we don't become conscious of the stuff that's happening around us. It can really like spiral us down fast. And that's why I get from just like that moment on. Trigger, revisit the old demons, feeling isolated, leading us to feel helpless. Totally derailing us from the face of what this week is all about, which is faith. The beautiful thing about this is that if you find this is where you're kind of feeling or where you're at, is to approach it in a few different ways. Using things within, like using the energies in our favor, right? One, triggers welcome the opportunity for growth. Instead of going with the impulse, take it, breathe into it. There's a strong call of leaning into your discernment, trusting your discernment. Discern the energies that are around you. Furthermore, recognizing whatever energy is coming at you, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, right? If you don't have the clarity of what your wish fulfillment is, it's in contrast that we are able to fine tune and gain that clarity, to know what it is exactly that we are trying to lean into having faith to obtain, to achieve. And recognizing that in doing so, we need to be flexible. Led by that of the intuitive pull, the whispers in our ears, the faith, embodying this energy you are fully capable of having. It's within your energetic field, but it's going to be the challenge this week. And if you are going forward if you're feeling rigid on how things should play out, you might find yourself falling into a trigger. Ask for discernment. And then having discernment and also having the strength to act out on that. And the best place to do that is coming from a state of love, acting from a state of love. And the faith that as you do so, the best possible solution will arrive, will manifest and be brought to fruition for you to be able to implement, to know what you need going forward. Furthermore, fine-tuning this wish fulfillment. It's here within the energetic field. It's approached its head because it is possible. But sometimes we just need to understand what it is what that really all entails. Yes, you're done with this. Which I don't blame you. Just be careful that those triggers don't cascade a downward spiral for you. Always within control. Only when we become conscious, though. So as you go forward through this week, take deep breaths throughout the day. Remember to come center. In the moment you feel a trigger, try to call upon your discernment and what the best action actually is to move forward. Moving from a state of love. I hope this helps. If you resonate with this, please do let me know. Like, share. I'd be curious. It's quite a bit straightforward energy, but nothing that you cannot overcome. And recognizing the higher perspective too, that is actually working in your favor, so you can clarify and fine-tune what it is that you want. As always, best of luck in the coming week. And namaste. Till next week, guys. Mwah.